Hello, KORT Facebook family. I'm Angie Moore, Business Development Manager for KORT, and today we're at my house, and I have my daughter Ashton Moore
Hi.
with us, who is home from Transylvania University, and she is spending a lot of her time studying and doing online classes, writing papers, and just really staying in this position, which I know many of you who are working from home are doing the same thing, which is creating some tension, neck pain, and just stress on your body. And so at KORT, we are offering TeleRehab. And so I also have with us, you can see, Michael Kidwell. He is one of our KORT TeleRehab physical therapists. And so today they're going to walk you through a visit and what it looks like to have a TeleRehab appointment with KORT Physical Therapy. It's super easy. Right now, most payers are even waiving copays. So super affordable during this time and very beneficial. So enjoy.
All right, Ashton, thank you for joining me today. Have you ever done a telehealth or telecall like this before?
I have not. So I do my
Okay,
classes
so
like this, but no telehealth.
Right, yeah, I think this is becoming a popular platform, but what I'll do is occasionally this might say pause on us. I might have to restart the call. It's no different if you're watching Netflix or Hulu, and sometimes you have to pause it and let it a buffer. That's perfectly normal. If for some reason we lose connection, I'll call you at the number that I have from your intake information, okay?
Okay, perfect.
So just to give you some background on this, what we're going to do is I want to hear you tell me a lot about what's going on and then really what brings you here today. And then from there, once we have a better understanding of what's going on, we're going to go through something called a movement exam. And we're just going to see how you move and what might or might not bring on your pain or problems. And that'll help us dwindle down to what we need to do to help you start to get better, okay? So just kind of start by telling me a little bit more about how I can help you today.
Well, ever since I've been home and I've been having to do online school, I found that I've started to have a lot of pain in my neck and a lot of tension. So I am seated a lot with my laptop, typing, looking down at the screen. And so I think that has also started to bring on some headaches and then also some dizziness when I do, after sitting for an hour or so, I'll get up and I'm dizzy. So, and then along with that, so the neck pain has been going on for a while now, but I've recently also started having lower back pain.
Oh, gosh. It's no good, right? Having to change your school and now all these new pains and problems. Well, I hate to hear that for you, but that gives me a lot of good ideas from where we should go from here. It's pretty common to have a neck pain that causes headaches, especially with sitting. Okay. And I think you even said you've had neck pain for a while. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, longer than the back pain. So I've recently noticed the neck pain since online school started. So for the past 3 weeks or so. Mm-hmm. So, but the back pain has just been within the past week.
Okay. How are all these online classes going? Are you used to this kind of online format?
No, I've never taken an online class, so it's definitely been an adjustment, and I've realized that I'd much rather have class in person. So
I'm with you. I really enjoyed my in-classes in college more than the FaceTime. Even in PT school, we had some of our classes were down in Pikeville, so they would be on the screen and we would be in the classroom. Even then, I didn't quite like it as much. I like actually being in the classroom, so it is definitely an adjustment. So, well, Ashton, can you want to tell me a little bit more about the neck pain that you were having before this, and more so about when it starts to bother you? How's it feel?
Well, it'll start to bother me typically about probably an hour in to my schoolwork, and so it just feels tight, and it's almost like right at my hairline that it hurts the most, and it just feels like all my muscles are just clenched together.
Ugh. And by the way, you might hear me pause for a little bit. Sometimes our audio gets a little behind, and I don't want to cut you off. So if there's a long pause, I'm just making sure that you're okay?
Okay.
Good. You know, that's have you ever been treated for this before?
I have not.
No. Okay, so are you familiar with kind of how the neck is made up and the structures of the neck and that kind of thing?
Not really, no.
Okay, so as we go along, I'll explain as we go, but can you do this? Can you just turn to the side and point with your hand and show me where most of that pain is at?
It's typically, can you see this?
I can, yes.
Right here.
Yeah, it really is right at the base of the neck. Now, is that constant or does it come and go?
It typically comes and goes.
That's good. Does it stay there, or does it ever come up into the back of your head in this area here?
No, it never comes up there. If anything, sometimes it'll come a little lower.
A little lower, okay. And then does it just go lower? Does it ever go any lower that into the middle of your spine, say between your shoulder blades?
No, I typically don't feel pain there.
No. That's good. How about across the top of the shoulder here?
No pain there either.
Great. And then how about say down here in the back side of the shoulder blade?
No pain there.
Good. And how about on the other side?
No pain there either.
Great. Okay, and can you tell me a little bit more about the headaches themselves, like where they're located at?
Well, a lot of the headaches are located here, like on my temple, I guess. And then sometimes I'll have headaches right here as well that just kind of feel all over it. Yes.
Just to clarify, do you ever feel like you get pressure into your forehead or behind your eyes?
My forehead, yes.
Forehead, yes. And just to make sure I'm not missing anything, is it the neck pain starts, you're sitting for, you said, roughly an hour, and then you start to notice the headaches, the temples, and the forehead?
Yes.
Okay. And then does it ever go down to, say the cheeks?
No, typically not.
Great. And how about, it sounds really odd, but how about in, say, your teeth, or your jaw, or even in your ear?
This might be totally irrelevant. Sometimes I hear ringing in my ear, but no pain.
Now, I'm glad you told me that. In fact, that's not irrelevant at all. That's very helpful. Some people can have symptoms, pain or problems in their teeth or their jaw or their ear, and they go and see an ENT, and the ENT says, hey, there's nothing wrong. I don't know what's going on. And they were unaware that the stiffness in their neck or maybe pain in the neck are causing those radiating type symptoms. So, Ashton, everything you told me was really helpful, because what I want to do, I want to talk next about kind of what you're saying, and what I'm hearing is that, you know, each segment of your spine, we know maps out to certain parts of your body. Your upper spine, your upper cervical spine, your upper neck kind of maps out to certain parts of your head and face. Your lower cervical kind of goes into your shoulders and arms, and then you get all the way to your lumbar, your lower back. That'll actually send things down into your legs. So we can really map this out very well. Your upper neck, again, is associated with certain areas of the face. So what I want to do next is I want to take you through a movement exam.
Okay.
Now this movement exam, where I really need your help is, since I can't, you know, test each segment with my hand, I need to know what you're feeling as you move. And that might be, does any movement recreate your pain? If it does, how much? Or it may not recreate your pain, but you might feel stiffness, soreness, or just a difference in the range of motion from side to side. That kind of makes sense?
Yes.
Good. So as we do that, what you're noticing from side to side will tell me kind of where we need to go next. But it's also going to be something that we're going to come back and check later so we can see if we're making any kind of improvements. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So can you back up just a little bit?
Yes.
All right, and just to clarify, any questions for me so far, or is there anything you feel like I'm missing that I didn't ask you?
No, I think you've covered it all.
Good deal. Perfect. All right. So listen to this. What happens if you look all the way up in the air?
There isn't too much pain. It does feel a little tight when I get extended all of the way.
All the way. And just to clarify, was that tightness higher up in the neck or more lower in the neck? do the opposite? What happens if you look all the way down?
It just kind of feels like a good stretch almost. Like it's kind of relaxing to look down.
That's a good sign. If you can look all the way up and look all the way down, that tells me that the joints of your spine are very healthy. They move well, right? And so think about what you told me is if I have to sit there for an hour and follow so you can move your head well, that starts to make me wonder, okay, what muscles that are supposed to help hold you up and hold you in that position, how are they working? Better way I describe it is if you're not used to sitting at a computer screen for this long throughout the day, your muscles may not be conditioned to hold you up in this position. It's no different than a person who never runs going out and trying to run all of a sudden. I'm not a runner. So if I went out and tried to run 5 or 10 miles at once, I'm going to be very, very sore, potentially injure myself with kind of an overuse injury. I need to make sure I build my way up. Well, you've all of a sudden went from being in classes and walked from classroom to classroom. Now you're at home in a chair in the same position. You can kind of see how it really is a repetitive position. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So we're going to test a few different motions. We're going to compare left side to right side.
Okay.
We may even take a look at what your mid-spine is doing, what your thoracic spine is doing, because if it's not moving well, it can actually affect your neck. And we're also going to take a look at your shoulders and shoulder blades, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So what happens if you look all the way to your right?
Well,
How's that feel?
I think I heard a popping noise. But also it just kind of feels tight right in here. So it doesn't hurt.
Tight. And is that in the spot where you normally have pain?
Yes, some of it, but some of it extends a little lower as well.
All right. Now let's compare that by looking to your left.
This doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel necessarily like a stretch, and I feel pain in the top part of my neck.
Okay. So looking left was worse than looking right, correct?
Yes.
This is going to sound kind of funny, but I want you to remember what that pain feels like,
Okay.
right? You can remember on a scale of 0 to 10 or maybe mild, moderate, or severe, and we want to see that after we get done doing a few things today, does that get better?
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
I want to check 2 other motions. What happens if you take your right ear and just bend it towards your right shoulder?
I don't feel any pain, just stretching right through here.
You're good. And what if you come back the other way?
Again, it doesn't feel like a stretch at all. It just has pain up in the top of my neck.
Okay, perfect. So again, that's just, I feel like from this point, we're going to really try and see if we can make turning to your left any better, and that will start to tell us, oh, this is the direction that we need to move, okay?
Okay.
But I also want to see what your mid-back is doing. And the reason why is you say, you notice my low back's been kind of bothering me some. My head, my cervical spine is very, very dependent on what my thoracic spine does, and we can check that in a few different motions. So, you can stay seated there. If you can do 2 things for me, just kind of cross your arms over like this. And I don't care which leg, but just cross one leg over the other. What that does is that kind of tightens up your lower back. And I'm going to turn sideways, but you can stay facing me.
Okay.
You just kind of scoot a little bit for me. Good. Now I want you to turn all the way to your right. Any stiffness or soreness or pain in your neck or in your mid-back?
There's a little bit of soreness in my neck, and no real pain in my back, but it does feel a little tight. Did you hear that? Or did it cut out?
Ashton, I'm going to apologize. Now, when you turn to the right, I heard you say there's a little bit of tightness and then it froze. So you don't have to turn again. Just try and describe it for me again.
So there is a little bit of pain up in my neck, and then also my back. It doesn't necessarily hurt, but it does feel tight and stiff.
That's perfect. I know it's kind of funny to describe it that way, but that's perfect. Well, let's see if it feels the same when you turn to your left.
Okay, and my legs still cross the same arms. It feels about the same as the right side.
Do you feel like you turn as far left as you do right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't see any major differences. Some stiffness that could be contributing. We're just going to kind of keep that in mind. So, so from here is we have a few other options. We can really start to look at the strength of your shoulder blades, or even surprisingly your abdominal strength. And here's why I talk about this. Has anybody ever talked to you about your posture?
Yes, I'm actually in Lifetime Fitness and Wellness right now at Transy, and so before we moved online and when we had class lecture, we do activity days where we work out and then lecture days also, and posture is what we were just talking about before we left, and how also like if your abs aren't strong, that can cause lower back pain. So I heard about that.
Yeah, and I like to bring it up. Good, I like to bring it up because some people have a misconception about posture, and I just wanted to see what you knew about it. Because some folks feel like, oh, if I just fix my posture, I'll be better. But what does it mean to fix your posture? It doesn't mean just make yourself sit up tall. A lot of times we have to use different muscles to help hold us up there. And there's muscles in the front of our neck, there's muscles in our shoulder blades, and there's abdominal muscles. Because I want you to think about your body as like two cylinders sitting on top of each other. You've got your abdominal cavity, and you've got your thoracic cavity. Well, if I put two cans on top of each other, they're going to hold each other up. But if that bottom can doesn't have the support it needs, that top can's going to fall, right?
Yes.
Sorry, it froze. I wanted to make sure you caught all that.
Yes, I did. I got it.
Good. And if that happens, that's kind of where we end up here. So instead of sitting up tall, we kind of think about trying to work some different muscles there, but that's kind of long-term. That's like a long-term fix. But really, the biggest problem you're having right now is being neck pain and headaches. I want to figure out what can we start to do today to help that feel better. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes. Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm curious, since you've been dealing with this for a few weeks, have you tried any sort of stretches to your neck or anything?
No official stretches. I'll just kind of move my head around or look side to side, up, down.
Have you found any of that?
I would say.
Have you found is?
Could you repeat that?
No, actually. I said, have you found that when you stretch your neck, does any of that help?
Short-term relief, probably, but not long-term.
I'm losing you a little bit, and this is pretty common. This happens occasionally, so I'm just going to reset our call, and it typically fixes it. Give it just about a minute to 30 seconds, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
This is fun.
I'm excited to get some relief.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
I'm back. That was the
We just
thing I talked about. Sometimes you just got to rebuffer it, and it works again.
Okay.
The dogs are enjoying this too, by the way.
Good. Angie, are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, all right, Ashton. So, I feel like we've got a lot of information, at least knowing where we need to start. So, I want to go through a few different stretches with you. So, in a minute, I'm going to need you to either have like a pillowcase or like a dish towel so I can show you a stretch for your neck. But I want to try a couple of different motions that you can do on your own without, say, a towel or something like that. So I'm going to turn to my side, but you're good the way you are now.
Okay.
We're going to try one stretch where you literally take your entire head and you glide backwards. It's by gliding backwards like this. I actually get motion that's going to target that upper part of my neck.
Okay.
Can you try that? And I want to see if you can tell a difference from, say, side to side.
Okay. That looks like a very awkward motion. I don't know. There we go. Do I need to hold it or just back and forth or?
I want you just to try 4 to 5 of those and see what you notice in the back of the neck.
Okay.
And let's do this
up in the top of my neck when I do that.
Can you do me a favor? Can you turn to your side this time so I get like a lateral view and see what it looks like?
Yes, I don't think I'm gliding very far.
You don't. It's not a very large motion. It's very minimal.
Okay.
That looks good. That's good, actually.
Okay.
James Escaloni would say, try to get away from a dog that's in your face.
Ashton, that's good. So you feel that up in that area of your neck, right?
Yes, right where the pain is.
Or the pain is. As you did a few of those, did it make your pain worse, or did it just stay the same? Did it get any better?
I'd say it stayed about the same. I felt the same amount of tension there every time I did it.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. So here's something good about that, is we were able to find a motion that localized that pain. And we know that with that motion, it really isolates motion in that area. Now, typically what I would like to do is I would go with my hands and find that segment and gently work on it. But what's nice is I can teach you how to do something very similar with a towel. So you mind trying to find a pillowcase for
I'll
a towel?
find a towel.
Yes, Mom's gonna get the towel for me. This is service. Like I'm
Maybe.
in the clinic.
Ah! All right, let's see if this one works.
Okay.
We've got support with the dogs. Is that?
You're gonna want to fold it like kind of hot dog style, right? Where it's really narrow. Perfect. You're gonna put that around your neck, and you're gonna go just below where those painful areas are.
Okay.
And you're gonna hold it here, because what that's gonna do is this is gonna grab onto those segments underneath your spine, where the ear to head area is, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of forward pressure. And then I'm going to try, as my hands are going forward, I'm going to try and bring my head back again. And I want to see if it isolates that stretch a little bit more.
Okay.
You're doing great.
And I'm going to let you go a few more times, Ashton. And I'm going to be really curious how that feels. Meaning, does it get better, worse, or no different as
Okay.
you do that?
I'm gonna turn to the side so you can tell me if my neck's moving.
Gotcha. Yeah, that looks good. How's it feel?
It feels better than without the towel.
Okay, so here's what we want to do is, this is kind of like a repeated motion thing. How about this? Have you ever jammed your finger before?
Yes.
That's awful, isn't it?
One of the worst pains.
If you take that jammed finger and you gently move it, after a while it starts to loosen up, doesn't it?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you do it for a little bit, you go, okay, hey, I can move my finger better. Now if you just pull it all at once, that would not feel good, would it?
No.
This exercise, or this stretch, the whole intention is to be just like that finger where you gently move it and loosen it up, okay? So I want you to try about 10 of those again. And then after you do 10, we'll turn back around and face the camera, and we'll take the towel away. And I want to see if you turn, if it feels any better as you turn, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
So we'll do 10 of them. And then as you do this, you want to actually go backwards, and you want to hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then rest. And we'll do 10.
Okay.
Good deal. Angie, is anyone asking any questions as we do this?
I do not have any questions. Lots of people are watching. We'll post it at the end and give folks an opportunity. I'll include your email address as well. That way, if people have specific questions, they can reach out to you.
This is
Does that sound good?
more intense than a residency evaluation with as many people as are watching.
Okay, I think that was 10.
Okay. Good deal. So let's just take the towel away.
Okay.
And so, Ashton, what we try and do is to make sure that what the interventions we're giving you are meaningful and helpful. We want to see, does it make any kind of change? Now, typically, I look to see, does it change your range of motion, or does it feel better when you do it? So, since I can't measure, what I'm really looking at from you is, does it feel any different this time compared to when you did it before? Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
So let's just check. Can you turn your head to the left again and see if it feels better, worse, or no different?
I think it feels better, especially on the right side of my neck.
Say that again. I'm sorry. It kind of broke up. Do you mind saying that again?
It feels better, especially on the right side. The left side of my neck feels about the same as it did.
Okay, so let's do this. Now let's try stretching to the other side.
Okay.
Or let's do something different actually. This is what I was thinking about next. Okay, so same towel here.
Okay.
Now, we're going to turn your neck. If you just turn and pulled on your head, the problem is you're not going to isolate the motion of the spine. I want you to think about, in each segment sits one on top of each other. In an ideal world, each segment will do a little bit of motion and you'll get this large global movement. But unfortunately, what tends to happen is one or two segments do most of the work and everything else kind of stiffens up on you. It's kind of like if you've ever worked in a group project before and you've probably had other people kind of slack off and not do their end of the work, right?
I hate group projects.
Right.
They're the worst.
You can pick up their end of the load for a little while and you're okay with it. But if you have to do it for a long time, it starts to get really irritating, right?
Yes.
Well, what this stretch we're about to do is meant getting every segment to move better.
Okay.
So that those irritated segments will calm down. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to walk you through this. This is going to be a little confusing, so just kind of follow me. I'm going to mirror you, all right? So we're going to try and turn your head to the right.
Okay.
And the way we're going to do that is I want you to take your left hand, and I want you to hold the right side of the towel.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to take your right hand, grab the left side of the towel. All right. You're just going to wrap the towel, yeah. And what you're going to do is when you wrap around, you're going to go around the back of your neck and around your cheekbone.
Okay.
And you're going to slowly turn your head to the right while you watch your right elbow. Gently pulling as you go. Do you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your neck?
Yes.
And you're going to come back out of it. I know it feels goofy, but it feels goofy and you're doing it right.
Okay.
Okay. I want to try about 10 of those again, okay? And just to make sure we're not missing anything, you wrap it around your neck, around under your ear, and around your cheek. Okay. Watch your right elbow with your eyes as you turn and give a gentle stretch.
Okay.
And just to help you with this, you're not trying to pull your neck off. All you're doing is you're just pulling till there's tension. I tell people we're trying to knock on the door of pain, but not blow through it, okay?
Okay.
You're doing great. I'm learning a lot. Thanks, Michael.
How does that feel, Ashton? Absolutely.
It feels good. I don't feel really any like soreness when I do it.
Good, okay. I'll be honest with you, I lost count, so you have to tell me. Was that 10?
I think that was 10. I lose count
That
too.
sounds good. So let's do this. Again, remember, we're trying to figure out, is this intervention right for you? Because there's people with neck pain, and some people need one stretch, one person needs another. Instead of just giving, you say, oh, hey, Ashton, try 10 of these and see which ones work. Or just see how you feel after 10. I want to make sure what we're giving you are very specific for the problem you're having. So let's just recheck and just turn your head to your left again.
It feels better. The best it's felt so far. So.
I heard you say it feels better, and then it kind of broke up. But that's what I was hoping to hear.
Yes, I just said the best so far. The best it's felt. So.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So here's the good news. It's based on what what we've seen. I feel like if we can get those segments in your neck to move a little bit better, I think that's going to calm down how irritated they get. The less irritated they get, the less you're going to, I believe, start to have those headaches, okay?
Okay.
That kind of makes sense?
Yes.
Good, good. I want you to think about this as kind of two different roads, though. The first road we're working on is I'm trying to help teach you what you need to almost treat yourself and feel better. Like normally, if I have an ache or pain, I might, some people might take a Tylenol or ibuprofen. Well, this is we're looking for your treatment to help your neck feel better. And I think these, although they're goofy, are going to be some good short-term stretches for you.
Okay.
The other road is to figure out why is this happening. Meaning, are we missing some strength somewhere that's making the back of our neck work more? Mm-hmm. Now, have you ever baked a cake or baked a recipe from scratch?
Yes.
Okay, well, so, if you put all your ingredients in at once, and it tastes really bad, you don't know what did it, or if it tastes really good, you don't know what did it. So the last thing I want to do is give you a bunch of things today or go through this really intense exam, and then if you're better or worse the next visit, I really don't know what did it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I want to send you home with this one exercise.
Okay.
So that this is something you can do for the next few days, and then we'll follow up in a couple days to see how you're feeling, and then progress to the next steps from there.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's good. So I see what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into an exercise program, and I'm actually going to email them to you once we're finished, and it'll have how many times to do it, how to do it, and also it'll have a link to our MedBridge application, which will have a code specifically for you that you can log on to. And as we go, I can add and change, and they'll be there every time for you as we modify them, okay?
Okay. That's awesome.
How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Good. So here's the thing is, just to summarize everything, I'd like to clarify, is the good news is I feel like we can help you with this. At the end of the day, you've got a few segments in the top of your neck that are doing a little bit more work than they want to, and they're getting irritated, causing those headaches. Mm-hmm. The things that you can do for yourself is start to stretch your neck. The things that I'm going to start to do for you is come up with more stretches and more exercises to stop this from being a recurrent, long-term thing, okay?
Okay. With
something like this, I want to try about 6 visits over the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
And as we go along, we're going to continuously reevaluate how your neck is moving, and even get a little bit more into why your low back is hurting as well. Okay.
Okay. That sounds good.
Each visit will be somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes long. And what you're wearing there is perfect because I can see your neck. That's very helpful. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I just want to clarify: are there any other questions you have for me that I haven't answered for you today?
No, they're not. I'm excited to try these stretches.
Good, I'm glad you're excited. I am too. I'm glad that I get to help you. And I really appreciate you joining me on this telehealth call. I know it can be a little different, and we're all kind of in a learning period here, but I really find that we can really help you get better and help you learn more about what's going on so you can better treat yourself.
Well, that's awesome.
Good deal. All right, Angie, any other questions for me that I...
Well, I was just... let's see, scoot up just a little. I know we're learning all kinds of new things as we go. So, to everyone who joined us today, again, we are very appreciative that you took the time to learn more about KORT TeleRehab and how we can help you. And again, don't hesitate, KORT.com. We have a 1-800 number. I'm going to publish this and include lots of information so that if you have questions, you can reach out directly to Michael or any of we have over 25 TeleRehab therapists, occupational and physical therapists who are working hard to keep people out of pain. So again, if you are experiencing any type of pain, do not hesitate to reach out at KORT.com. So this was fun.
Yes, thank you.
And
again.
I think Snickers and Rolo enjoyed it as well. I know you all got to see them running around. So thanks for coming into my home, our home, and Michael as well. So have a blessed day. Bye, Michael.
Bye, thank you.